A single drop in MLB sits right beside my cup. Its tiny metal edges catch the light as I look up. The bassline in my headphones loops a steady mellow groove. I watch the steam rise slowly and I finally make my move. The noise outside the window melts to ambient background noise. My fingers hit the keyboard, finding quiet, easy poise. No urgent pings can touch me now. I turn the volume up somehow. The espresso machine hums a familiar key, and all my scattered thoughts agree. I am locking in, the world is shifting slow. Roach piano keys guiding where my sentences go. 2 hours straight in this warm velvet haze, finding clarity inside the midweek maze. Just a tabletop, my coffee, and a clear mind, leaving all the rest behind. I trace the little pin soft edge with my index fingertip. Forget the unread messages, I take another sip. My inner critic drops its voice, the chatter fades away. I write another 30 lines before the end of day. The barista wipes the counter down, a rhythmic gentle slide. Everything feels aligned right here inside. No urgent things can touch me now. I turn the volume up somehow. The espresso machine hums a familiar key, and all my scattered thoughts agree. I am locking in, the world is shifting slow. Rose piano keys guiding where my sentences go. 2 hours straight in this warm velvet haze, finding clarity inside the midweek maze. Just a tabletop, my coffee, and a clear mind, leaving all the rest behind. Sometimes you need a public space to feel completely whole, to isolate the frequency that feeds your restless soul. No grand ambition pulling hard, just presence in the room. A steady beat, a quiet corner, watching focus bloom. The pins stay still, the screen is full. My mind is calm, a steady pull. Locking in, fading out, without a doubt.
Sudden realization breaks the quiet room, like chalk dust scattering across dark mahogany. Outside, wet asphalt catches the headlights bloom, while warm bass notes drift down the gallery. The screen flashes white, then settles to gray, cursor pulsing steady at the edge of the line. A ceramic mug leaves a damp ring away from a notebook tracing a blueprint design. Steam rises slow in an amber arc, filtering through glass against afternoon rain. A stray trumpet phrase lingers in the dark, washing clean the noise on the window pane. Here in the sanctuary of low brass chimes, the world outside slows down to 30 frames. We build whole worlds within borrowed times, filing down thoughts until nobody complains. Lo-fi drums tap soft on a wood panel floor, focus locked in tight behind a closing door. Raindrops turn to prisms under amber glass, perfecting fingers humming over plastic keys. The barista steams milk as the minutes pass, whirling white clouds over dark rose seas. Across the oak table, an artist bends low, shading in shadows where the sunlight fades. No words are exchanged in this quiet flow, just a shared frequency and soft velvet shades. Lens flare catches on a cooling glass, a jazz brush sweeps the snare like dust. Seconds stretch out, refusing to pass. In a brief, quiet hour that we learn to trust. Here in the sanctuary of low brass chimes, the world outside slows down to 30 frames. We build whole worlds within borrowed times, filing down thoughts until nobody on a polished screen. Jazz chord drops into quiet air. A momentary pause in the shifting scene. Left alone with the work right there. Rustic cardamom floats near the doorway as she opens her beaten black bag. Laptop boots up in the corner and her shoulders begin to unsack. The bassline hums low in her headphones, a 32-bar lo-fi loop. She scribbles 3 goals in her margin and sips from a tall ceramic scoop. Steam rises slowly past dusty glass pane. She ignores every text on her screen. The world outside rushes through autumn rains while she builds an impossible scene inside this sanctuary made of beaten rose. She works where the nudist street lamps glow. A quiet momentum from coast to coast as 3 hours effortlessly flow. No clock on the wall can untether her grip. She translates the noise into spark. Just jazz on the beat and a single warm sip. Bright light in the afternoon dark. Graph paper fills out with black ink lines. An architecture plan comes to life. The barista wipes down the zinc counter, cutting lemons with a dull paring knife. She taps a swift rhythm with her thumb, locking into a state pure and deep. The surrounding chatter turns into a murmur, a secret she is determined to keep. Inside this sanctuary made of beaten rose, she works where the nudist street lamps glow. A quiet momentum from coast to coast as 3 hours effortlessly flow. No clock on the wall can untether her grip. She translates the noise into spark. Just jazz on the beat and a single warm sip. Bright light in the afternoon dark. The soft brassy horn takes a low solo turn as her cursor blinks steady and bright. No room for distraction or bridges to burn. She is fully immersed in the light. One finished draft and an empty glass cup. The flow state complete for the day. She closes the screen with a quiet click. Cardamom lingers in air. The city keeps moving outside so quick, leaving peace in that corner booth chair.
A silver bicycle bell chimes twice outside, cutting through the glass and into our quiet space. Yeah, you adjust your glasses, pulling your sleeve back slightly, completely unfazed by the rhythm of the street traffic. Yeah, your fingers hover over the keyboard like a piano player, ready to drop into that song where time slows down. Yeah, the lo-fi beat from the corner speaker bumps low. You take a sip of cold tea, eyes fixed on line 4. I watch the stress leave your shoulders 1 inch at a time as your ideas start fitting into place. You find your groove right here in the noise, turning ambient chatter into background music. I will sit across from you, silent as a shadow, while you build whatever world you are making today. Keep typing, my friend, you are almost there. A car horn honks down on the avenue, but you do not even glance toward the window frame. The glow of your screen paints light on your forehead, and I watch your brow unfold as the solution hits. We came here because your apartment was too loud, and now you own this table like an open studio. People walk past the glass with places to be, rushing under rain clouds and afternoon shifts. But you created an island inside this wooden booth, where deadlines lose their teeth for an hour or two. You find your groove right here in the noise, turning ambient chatter into background music. I will sit across from you, silent as a shadow, while you build whatever world you are making today. Keep typing, my friend, you are almost there. The bell chimes again on another passing bike. Ooh, you finally smile, saving the final document. Ooh, take your time. got what we came for. A sharpened pole slices through stillness, scattering the quiet hush inside the room. The camera pulls focus on a glowing screen where dust motes drift across an ember bloom. Warm rose chords roll under the sub-bass kick, fingers pause mid-air right above the rope. The room melts back into a soft-lit blur while neon shadows streak the street below. Lens flares flicker on a frosted glass, steam swirls upward from a ceramic mug. The tempo settles to a steady pulse, wrapped tight inside this velvet sonic rug. Here in the pocket of the afternoon, a quiet beat tapes loop against the wall. The world shrinks down into a single line, and every outer noise begins to fall. Frames slow down while the cursor blinks deep in the groove, where the jazz hop plays a private quiet inside the crowded room, lost in the magic of the focused haze. Barista tamps down, espresso grounds, adult wooden thud behind the zinc bar top. Low pass filters soften every sound, a steady raindrop start to fall and stop. A sidechain bassline breathes against the chest, illuminating notes upon the page. The inner clutter fades to black and white, leaving a spotlight on a silent stage. Lens flares flicker on a frosted glass, steam swirls upward from a ceramic mug. The tempo settles to a steady pulse, wrapped tight inside this velvet sonic rug. Here in the pocket of the afternoon, where quiet beat tapes loop against the wall. The world shrinks down into a single line, and every outer noise begins to fall. Frames slow down while the cursor blinks deep in the groove, where the jazz hop plays a private quiet inside the crowded room, lost in the magic of the focused haze. Freeze frame captured on a wooden table, depth of field shifting to the open draft. 10,000 distractions try to call my name, but I am anchored to this quiet craft. Vinyl crackle plays a rhythmic hiss, time bends backwards in a 4/4 time. Every thought aligned in symmetry, every single meter in a balanced rhyme. The track fades slowly to a gentle hiss, a single blinking cursor stays alive. Warm light lingers on the polished wood, still in the zone as 7 p.m. arrives. Quiet beat loops down, yeah. Focus, hold steady.
Honey saffron pulls upon the grain of this quiet corner booth. Highlighters cap, notebook open wide, searching for a missing truth. Then you lean in with a soft nod, asking if the outlet works. I point down to the baseboard brass, exchanging small polite perks. Lo-fi drums keep pulsing through my headphones, Rhodes piano slipping through the room. You set your laptop down beside my coffee, two strangers ducking out of afternoon gloom. We trade 3 sentences between the pages. You fix the diagram, I polish lines. A sudden spark inside this public haven, where focused minds meet accidental signs. Just 2 hours lost inside the rhythm, working back to back without a sound. You ask me what I'm editing so intensely, I tell you it's a chapter about noise. You chuckle low and show me your CAD blueprint, a bridge design with mathematical poise. We laugh at how the deadlines press us, then slip back into our private zones. The ambient murmur of the bar absorbs us, connected while we operate alone. Lo-fi drums keep pulsing through my headphones, Rhodes piano slipping through the room. You set your laptop down beside my coffee, 2 strangers ducking out of afternoon gloom. We trade 3 sentences between the pages. You fix the diagram, I polish lines. A sudden spark inside this You pack your bag and nod goodbye. The beat plays on my cursor, keeps on blinking underneath the quiet afternoon sky. You spent too long on introduction paragraphs my mentor mentioned yesterday afternoon. Now I sit here with my laptop screen open, watching the steam rise precise and slow. The barista in the green linen apron wipes the portafilter 3 distinct times. A guy at table 3 adjusts his wire glasses with his index finger twice. The bass line in the speaker hums a lo-fi jazz loop every 20 bars. Outside a cyclist in a navy parka unlocks his bike beneath the sycamore. A golden sticker peeling off a paper cup, a girl with blue hair writing down a grocery list. The sudden click-clack of a heavy ceramic mug against a saucer rim. I collect these little pieces while my cursor blinks. Here in the low light of the afternoon session, I line up my thoughts like cups on a tray. Every tiny detail gets a brief confession while the city moves along its usual way. Focus is a garden built of little things. I trace the quiet rhythms that the counter brings. The refrigerator compressor kicks in with the muted rattle at 4:03. A drop silver spoon makes a high metallic ping against the tile floor. She wears 2 different pattern socks tucked into dark maroon leather boots. He turns a sketchbook page and leaves a tiny trail of graphite dust along the groove. The wireless printer in the back room spits out 3 receipts and then goes still. My coffee cup leaves 3 overlapping rings on the laminated wood windowsill. Yesterday you told me I noticed too much for my own good, that I gather up the static when I should just be moving ahead. But watching the world assemble itself in wood and steel and foam is the only way I ever really make my scattered mind feel like home. Here in the low light of the afternoon session, I line up my thoughts like cups on a tray. Every tiny detail gets a brief confession while the city moves along its usual way. Focus is a garden built of little things. I trace the quiet rhythms that the counter brings. The barista turns the open sign around. The single droplet trickles down my glass. Paragraph 2 is finished now. The quiet hours pass.
Cursed Red Bull couches against the table edge as I scroll through the layout. The tactile wave brings a sudden jolt, pulling me straight into a colder November. We sat on a bench outside the station, sharing a single paper cup of tea. You tugged at this exact same sleeve, telling me things were about to change. Now the lo-fi beat thumps slow through my headphones in table 9. I blink twice, refocus on the grid, but the fabric still holds that chill. The ambient chatter of the afternoon cafe fades to quiet background static. My cursor blinks on line 32, waiting for words to align. One touch of worn threads brings 4 years right back. I am here to work, yet I am standing in that fog, focusing in the corner while the bassline sways, drowning out the shadows of forgotten days. A quiet sweater sleeve, a sudden shift in time, trying to keep my current life balanced on the line. The espresso grinder hums, the room settles soft as I drift through a memory and shake it back off. I smooth down the fabric across my lap, adjusting the laptop screen angle. The keys click beneath my fingers, steady and fast, building a rhythm. In 2021 you held that cuff while we argued about moving cities. The smell of roasted beans mixes with the ghost of damn pavement. My iced Americano leaves a condensation ring on the laminated draft. I trace the circle, anchor myself back into this drinks for years right back. I am here to work, yeah, I am standing in that fog, focusing in the corner while the bassline sways, drowning out the shadows of forgotten days. A quiet sweater sleeve, a sudden shift in time, trying to keep my current life balanced on the line. The espresso grinder hums, the room settles soft as I drift through a memory and shake it back off. You said we'd always find a quiet spot to think. Now I sit here alone, watching ice turn to drink. The jazz chords spin in a 16-bar loop, sorting my thoughts while the steam coils up in a swoop. It was just a sleeve, just a friction against the wood, reminding me I survived every place that I stood. Back to the document, typing line by line. The rhythm takes over, steady in fine course. Ribbed wool tucked under my chin. Deep focus returns where the memory ends. Just me and the beat in table 9. Just me and the beat in table 9. Firm birdie blinks on the low-hanging clock. Air smooth rose keys soften every sharp shock. I sit at the corner, wood, laptop alight, projecting my life to a far future night. I see the bright venue, the crowd at the door, the high gloss finish on a mahogany floor. All of it starts in this vinyl booth chair, while steam from the steam one hangs in the air. Warm jazz hop drums anchor down my stride, bridging where I sit with the vision inside. Every slow sip pulls the timeline near, until the future chatter sounds crisp and clear. In 3 years' time, I will stand by the glass, watching all these quiet study hours pass. Right now it's just cold brew drafts and dark ink, building out the dream before I can blink. The tenor sax sways while the bassline sways, turning small cafe hours into golden days. The digital 4 shifts into a 5. I map out the room where the art comes alive. Curator speaking as the spotlight shine on prints that were born from this table of mine. I smile at the counter as the grinder fills the space. Nobody knows what I'm seeing in this place. They just see a stranger with headphones on tight, drafting up a world in the fading amber light. It hasn't happened yet, but the layout is set in the margins of the notebooks I haven't finished yet. I can smell the crisp paper and the white gallery wall. Through the high ceiling hall, every line of code, every line I refine is a stepping stone crossing the border of time. In 3 years' time, I will stand by the glass, watching all these quiet study hours pass. Right now it's just cold brew drafts and dark ink, building out the dream before I can blink. The tenor sax sways while the bassline sways, turning small cafe hours into golden days. Show 6:42, the cafe empties out under street lights of blue. I pack up my charger, but the vision stays near. 3 years away, but I'm already here. Just a quiet table, a notebook put away, walking out the door into tomorrow today.
A tiny brass paperclip holds 3-page corners together, resting beside the sweat on my ice glass. The espresso machine hiss fades into soft leather as the outside traffic slips behind the glass. I check my notifications, then flip my phone face down, carving out a sanctuary right in the middle of town. The upright bass rolls slowly through the ceiling speaker. Every ambient chatter note is growing weaker. My curse focus on a blank white screen. And I stepped inside a world only I have seen. Here in the corner with my cold brew sinking low, I trade the heavy rush for an easy quiet flow. Line by line, the messy thoughts align. No clock to chase, just this focus on mine. The piano strikes a 7-chord swing, while I give my mind the room to sing. A coaster absorbs the dark amber ring below. My fingers find a tempo on the keys. Everyone around me has somewhere else to go, but I am perfectly anchored in this breeze. The steam one purrs, a cup clinks on a plate. I write another sentence and settle with my fate. Here in the corner with my cold brew sinking low, I trade the heavy rush for an easy quiet flow. Line by line, the messy thoughts align. No clock to chase, just this focus on mine. The piano strikes a 7-chord swing, while I give my mind the room to sing. It takes 20-something years just to learn how to sit still, to stop looking at the door and simply bend my will. Not every hour needs an audience to see. The sharpest work happens when it's only me. The brass paperclip stays right where it belongs. Just another Tuesday wrapped in jazz hop songs. The cursor blinks, the glass sweats, I keep writing. Until the dirt scooter rattles down the wet asphalt outside. Sending tire splashes echoing against the brick facade. You haven't looked up from your screen in 40 minutes now. Adjusting your glasses, smoothing down your knit sweater. The steam from your Americana drifts towards my side, while the bassline in the speaker settles deep into our quiet corner. You scratch a quick note inside your leather journal, drowning out the chatter of the tourists near the door. The rhythm here is patient, giving room for you to think. So let the saxophone sweep away the pressure on your mind. Find your zone right where you sit. I will keep the quiet guard beside your open tab. Let the snare drum count the pages as you finish up the draft. You are making progress step by steady step. Take a sip and breathe it in. We have all the afternoon to figure this thing out. A muffled buzz horn reverberates through the window glass, fading out before it reaches our wooden tabletop. Your fingers hit the keyboard with a steady rhythmic tap, matching the lo-fi chord progression playing overhead. I push the leftover pastry closer to your reaching hand. Glad to see that crease between your eyebrows finally fade. You circle 3 main headings with the faded highlighter, drowning out the chatter of the tourists near the door. The rhythm here is patient, giving room for you to think. So let the saxophone sweep away the pressure on your mind. Find your zone right where you sit. I will keep the quiet guard beside your open tab. Let the snare drum count the pages as you finish up the draft. You are making progress step by steady step. Take a sip and beat it in. We have all the afternoon to figure this thing out. When the deadline feels too heavy on your shoulders, look across the table and remember why you started this. The city keeps on moving past the glass in rapid rustles, but in this booth, the time belongs to only what you build. Keep typing till the streetlights flicker on. I am right here with my mug. Take your time, my friend. Just keep writing.
A brass straight horn echoes past the glass, and you do not even look up to see it pass. Your fingers rest above the quiet keys, moving in sync with the relaxed low frequencies. I'll watch you trace the margin of your note, adjusting the collar of your light denim coat. You found your pocket right around 2 p.m., but now the word outside can't wait for them. The vinyl sample loops this gentle chord. You cross off lines you finally can't afford to leave behind and let the draft grow real. I sip my drink and let you feel what you feel. You dial in as the city fades outside, right in the flow state on a steady tide. No rush, no noise, just your steady gaze, cutting through the mid-afternoon haze. Take all the time that you need right here. The beat stays soft and the focus stays clear. You tap your heel against the metal chair leg, not even stirring the ice inside your dregs. 3 hours gone like a quiet train in night. Your screen bouncing back a pale amber light. I flip my book so you do not feel observed, knowing how hard this deep zone is deserved. The barista changes out the jazz cassette, and you keep building something you won't forget. You dial in as the city fades outside, right in the flow state on a steady tide. No rush, no noise, just your steady gaze, cutting through the mid-afternoon haze. Take all the time that you need right here. The beat stays soft and the focus stays clear. When you get like this, the whole room aligns. You read between your own stubborn lines. I will stay quiet, ordering one more tea, keeping the outer world away from you and me. Just keep typing, my friend. Let the smooth snare blend. Street sound outside, quiet inside. You found your stride. A sharp realization snaps the quiet room, slicing through the hum of the espresso machine. Wide aperture lens catching amber light blooms, shadows painting angles on a vintage screen. Condensation trickles down a tall glass, spilling slow reflections on the polished pine. Pencil tip poised right before the moments pass, tracking every motion on a steady line. Lo-fi vinyl clicks in the 45 loop, snare drum muffled underneath the velvet boot. Steam rises slowly from a tall ceramic cup, panning through the glass to the street side truth. Framed in the window while the city rushes by, focus stays sharp on the page underneath my hand. Shadows slide past in the blink of an eye, capturing a quiet no one else planned. Soft jazz chords hanging in the warm afternoon, every small detail caught in golden definition, riding out the rhythm to a slow tempo tune, deep in the center of a silent ambition. Depth of field blurs out the couple by the door, leaving just a sign with its soft amber glow. Footsteps click softly on terrazzo on the floor, breathing in the rhythm of the steady bass flow. Cursor keys pulsing like a heartbeat track, grid lines aligned on a clean layout sheet. No straight distractions pushing my attention back, locked in the pocket of this cozy street beat. Lo-fi vinyl clicks in the 45 loop, snare drum muffled underneath the velvet boot. Steam rises slowly from a tall ceramic cup, panning through the glass to the street side truth. Framed in the window while the city rushes by, focus stays sharp on the page underneath my hand. Shadows slide past in the blink of an eye, capturing a quiet no one else planned. Soft jazz chords hanging in the warm afternoon, every small detail cutting golden definition, riding out the rhythm to a slow tempo tune, deep in the center of a silent ambition. Zoom in on the graphite, dust settling down, shifting light catches the edge of my sleeve. The world rolls along in the rest of the town, while I carve out a space where ideas can breathe. Slow pen left to the condensation ring, every frame balanced, every corner in place. Camera pulls back as the daylight starts to fade, warm brass in to a gentle whisper sound. A finished page resting in the soft window shade. Stillness remains where the quiet was found.
Where do the unsaid words drift when the grinder cuts to silence? The snare drum clicks like a ballpoint pen tapping cedar wood. Page 42 has a dark thumb smudge near the margin. My cursor bangs steadily, a small pulse in an artificial room. Someone at the counter asked for extra oatmeal. Could think about my electric bill, then my sister's dog, then back to the second sentence that refuses to connect. The upright bass rolls under the gentle murmurs. Ice cubes settle lower in the glass with a sharp clink. My thoughts keep leaning sideways into the snare. Neon script behind my chair hums at 60 cycles. Type 5 words, delete 6. Watching light play on the polished wooden floor. I am swimming through this lo-fi ambient drift, sifting out the static just to find my own drift. Laptop screen burning soft ceramic, candle in my hand, building a private island in a public land. Lost inside the rhythm of the corner booth, trying to translate a fleeting kind of truth. Yeah. Did I lock the back door before I boarded the bus? It doesn't reach me now through the electric piano chords. Roads notes falling like gentle rain on condensation. Checking the top corner clock just to watch time bend. Then suddenly 3 lines align without warning. A sudden pocket of clarity in the midday noise. The barista wipes the espresso machine clean. I wonder if anyone else in this room is chasing this exact feeling of being intensely alone while sitting shoulder to shoulder with strangers in their zones. A coffee ring on my napkin looks like a faint eclipse. I balance my thumbnail against the keyboard edge. Focus is never a straight highway, it is spiraled down, filtered through smoky major 7s across the town. Highlight, cut, paste, save. Floating on this quiet internal wave. The screen darkens as the battery hits 10%. The bassline fades out slow and sweet. Notebook closed without a sound. Bag pulled over my shoulder. Another thought caught in the net. The dark wood supports my resting spine. Anchoring me right here at table 9. The velvet seat absorbs my settled weight, far from the frantic years of running late. I pull my laptop close and watch the steam, remembering how you chased a fragile dream. You thought the world would end at every test. Too scared to sleep, too tired to take a rest. A mellow bassline walks across the floor, while raindrops gently by the entrance door. I open up a blank page on my screen to speak to who you were at 17. You don't have to carry every fear alone. The seeds you planted silently have grown. Look at me sitting in this warm espresso glow. We made it through the storms you used to know. Just breathe into the vinyl beat and rest your mind. The future turned out gentler than design. Remember all those nights of cold sweat panic, treating every little delay like something manic. I wish I could reach back and calm your hands and tell you life unfolds in quiet plans. The sax plays softly while the ice cubes clink, giving me time to pause and truly think. You survived the failures that you thought would kill, and now we're sitting here composed and still. You don't have to carry every fear alone. The seeds you planted silently have grown. Espresso glow. We made it through the storms you used to know. past is proof enough that tenderness survives when times are rough. I write this letter in the cafe shade, proud of every single step you made. The heavy chair still holds me steady now. We made it through somehow. Dear younger me, just relax your brow. The music plays on now.
The heavy iron frame presses down through the scuffed hardwood board. I pull the seat closer to the corner table, finally anchored. Dear 18-year-old me, breathing fast in the college library hall. You thought every late night was an emergency, a total downfall. Look at me now, sipping black coffee as the hip-hop snare snaps light. The room hums in low warm tones and everything turned out alright. You used to bite your fingernails over every blank document page. You thought passion meant run until you crashed off the stage. Now I sit in this groove, watching steam rise slowly to the beam. Let me send a message back through the cracks of that old dream. Take a breath, kid, the future isn't trying to break your spirit. There is a quiet room waiting where your voice is clear when you hear it. We made it to the corner booth with a notebook and a steady mind. All those frantic midnight worries were just dust you left behind. I remember how your hands shook when the rejection letters came in. You doubted if a kid like you could ever pull off a win. If you could see this brass lamp casting gold on my open screen, you would stop measuring yourself against things you haven't seen. The sax phrase loops around the rim of my porcelain cup. I'm working on the second chapter and I never gave up. Yeah, you were terrified of settling for something dull and small. You thought patience was just standing still against a brick wall. But focus is a craft you learn when the noise fades out. It takes years of quiet coffee cups to wash away the doubt. Take a breath, kid, the future isn't trying to break your spirit. There is a quiet room waiting where your voice is clear when you hear it. We made it to the corner booth with a notebook and a steady mind. All those frantic midnight worries were just dust you left behind. So rest your shoulders tonight, little brother of my younger days. I am typing this from the piece you built through the fog and haze. The chair holds strong, the beat swings soft and slow. You did just fine, more than you will ever know. Yeah. Copper illumination floods the tiny corner booth where my laptop screen reflects a quiet truth. I was 40 pages deep in a fading train of thought, sorting out the lessons that the late night hours brought. Then a voice across the aisle softly broke the steady groove, asking if the empty wooden stool was free to move. I nodded with a smile, slipped my sketchbook to the side, watching how the evening shadows softly start to glide. You glanced down in my notes and asked about the phrase, underlining ink beneath the golden lampshade rays. We traded simple stories while the bassline kept the tempo, a sudden casual exchange, gentle and staccato. We are strangers finding focus in the middle of the hum, sharing quiet sanctuary till the daylight hours are done. A brief intersection where two working minds align, over ceramic mugs and an unhurried timeline. You have your own deadlines, I have my own track, just a moment spent together before we both pivot back. You told me about your architecture blueprints on the floor. You've been chasing clarity since 20 past 4. I showed you 3 paragraphs I deleted twice today, trying to find the honest words I really meant to say. You chuckled, took a sip of warm cinnamon drip. Said perfection is a trap that makes the wisdom slip. And suddenly my screen didn't feel so stark or cold. In the quiet space where simple empathy took hold, you pointed at a typo with a lighthearted grin, showing me the place where fresh momentum could begin. We traded simple stories while the bassline kept the tempo. A sudden casual exchange, gentle and staccato. We are strangers finding focus in the middle of the hum, sharing quiet sanctuary till the daylight hours are done. A brief intersection where two working minds align, over ceramic mugs and an unhurried timeline. You have your own deadlines, I have my own track, just a moment spent together before we both pivot back. Sometimes the sharpest clarity comes from an outside eye, a passing word from someone who is only stopping by. No names exchanged, no promises to keep, just 2 deliberate souls before the city goes to sleep. The snare drum brushes keep the rhythm soft and low as we sink back to the work we came here to bestow. You pack your leather bag and not a cold farewell, even just a spark where the amber shadows dwell. Back to the keyboard, back to the page, with the clearer perspective on this quiet stage. The ambient chatter fades into the rhythm, just me, my focus, and the memory given. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Yesterday you said my thoughts wander constantly, so today I sit a cataloging what I see. A yellow ceramic cup with a chip on the handle, a pale wax streak down a glass jar candle. The girl in the trench coat rearranging her keys, a barista dusting cinnamon with effortless ease. I align my notebook etched to the grain of the wood, finding the groove I never knew I could, yeah. Bassline thumping low through the floorboards beneath, a passing dog breathing mist in the chill outside heat. Small observations stack up to build my quiet dome, turning this corner booth into a momentary home. A silver pen clip resting on a grid paper pad, the faint watermark on the menu we had. A guy in wireframes lost in 3 different tabs, the rhythm of the espresso machine, steamy jabs. I map the room in micro sights to keep myself clear. The cleanest kind of focus is happening right here. Yeah. 3 blue receipts tucked beneath the sugar bowl, a condensation ring acting like a halo mold. The woman on the velvet couch at a reading prose, a potted monster casting dark geometric shadows. A mechanical pencil clicking 3 distinct times, words settling down into neat organized lines. You thought I was lost in the middle of space, but I was just looking for my own steady pace. Every tiny texture keeps my floating mind grounded in this mellow warm rhythm where my focus is rounded. A cold silver spoon on a paper napkin falls, steam rising up as the afternoon turns cold. Yeah, yeah. Grid lines, key clicks, coffee stain ring, just watching the quiet and everything. Yeah. Where do lost thoughts actually go when the rhythm shifts? Yeah. A porcelain lip catches light as my pencil is. Yeah. Hi-hat ticking like a soft watch on a glass table, typing 2 sentences, deleting 3 whenever I am able. The bassline creeps right underneath the hiss of steam milk. Outside the rain falls hard, inside my mind turns to silk. Am I working or watching condensation slide down the cup? Paragraph 4 is a tangled knot I cannot untangle or tidy up. Yeah, warm keys folding over jazz chords in minor 9. Someone drops a brass spoon, I realign another line. Ideas floating sideways like quiet smoke without the ash. Screen glowing faint white in a sudden midday flash. Stream of ink drifting through the lo-fi hum, waiting for a sudden surge of clarity to come. Focus is a fickle ghost sitting across the wood from me, sipping cold roast, unraveling what I used to be. Word by word, the room dissolves into the kick drum beat, finding my momentum in this narrow corner seat. Yeah. Did I turn off the heater or just imagine the heat? The barista carves a leaf and foam above the street. Saxophone loop playing 4 bars on an endless spiral. Fleeting oceans passing by, none of them go viral. My cursor blinks like a steady pulse on a blank screen, trapped somewhere right between the sharp and the unseen. Smooth snare snaps pulling my wandering eyes to the graphics and the cadence where the early outline lacked craft. Shadows of potted ferns stretching long across the floor. Thought train moving faster than it ever did before. Of ink drifting through the lo-fi hum, waiting for a sudden surge of clarity to come. Focus is a fickle ghost sitting across the wood from me, sipping cold roast, unraveling what I used to be. Word by word, the room dissolves into the kick drum beat, finding my momentum in this narrow corner seat. Why do we measure progress by the pages we complete, when the sweetest insight happens in a silence so sweet? The bassline drops out, leaving one shimmering chord. I am not distracted, I am simply no longer bored. Brain weaving patterns from ambient clatter and rain. One good clean sentence washes out the afternoon strain. Cursor keeps blinking while the tempo stays slow. Where these scattered ideas start, I will never know. Just keep typing into the twilight, just let the keys fall soft and right. Page fills up line by line. The coffee cup sits empty, but the hour is mine. At 7:14 glows on the brain's mental data, ticking softly past my second cold brew. I stretch my hands, save the draft file, and project a picture of me and you. 5 years from now, in a loft downtown, light pours through 6 floor-to-ceiling panes. No frantic hustle, no worry to drown, just a calm reward for all these quiet strains. That dusted rose chord plays inside my ears, a subtle swing beneath the ambient noise. I sketch the floor plan that dissolves my fears, trade present pressure for future poise. I am typing out the blueprint line by line, standing in a room that isn't built yet. Every focused hour spent here feels divine, paying off the mortgage on a dream without a debt. Someday when we look back at this corner booth, we will point to tonight as the birth of truth. I picture hanging up the frame design, clinking glasses with our friends under warm light. No more second guessing every single line, just clear certainty after years of taking flight. The snare brush sweeps like a steady pulse, keeping tempo while I build the web code. Every distraction here just fades and dissolves as a chapter turns on this tomorrow road. I'm typing out the blueprint line by line, standing in a room that isn't built yet. Every focused hour spent here feels divine, paying off the mortgage on a dream without a debt. Someday when we look back at this corner booth, we will point to tonight as the birth of truth. 10 years out, the ink will all be dry. These laptop sessions will be vintage history. I look past the reflective window, seeing sky, and a rooftop garden blooming wildly and free. The steam wand rattles at the barista's bar, reminding me how close the future choices are. 7:14 shifts to 7:15 now. Line by line I construct the future somehow. A paper napkin sketch a steady lo-fi groove, sitting in the quiet while the hours move. How many seconds pass before an echo dies? The hi-hat clicks, 45 beats a minute, low fidelity, high focus. Condensation drifts down the glass curve of a cold brew jar. A girl 3 tables overturns a crisp page. Paper rustles like dry autumn leaves. My cursor blinks like a small digital pulse in the lower right margin. Paragraph 4 is a disaster. Delete, rewrite, keep the rhythm moving forward. The electric piano keys loop in the minor ninth chord. Soft warm vinyl scratch. Did I turn off the whole light when I slammed the apartment door shut? Never mind that now. The drum loop anchors my wrist to the keyboard pad. Thoughts collide with the steam from the milk wand. A drifting line of syntax trying to find its lost home. Street lights flicker on through the glass window pane. I filter out the world until only the beat remains. Locked inside this pocket of quiet noise, typing out the answers to imaginary choices. The snare drum brushes against the wooden floor. Stream of consciousness drifting past the open door. One sentence lands, the next one floats away. This table holds the only thing I have to say today. Who decides when a thought is finally finished anyway? The espresso grinder grinds chords vibrating through my left elbow. Syntax bends sideways into a jazz chord. 7 flat 5, subtle resolution outside. Yellow taxi slide across wet asphalt like brush strokes on canvas. My screen dims slightly, I tap the trackpad. Bright light blooms back to life. 2,000 words are just 200 honest ones. Quality over volume. The bass line slides down half a step, guiding my fingers through the dark. Is it 7 o'clock already? Or did time stop when the snare hit? Thoughts collide with the steam from the milk wand. A drifting line of syntax trying to find its lost home. Street lights flicker on through the glass window pane. I filter out the world until only the beat remains. Locked inside this pocket of quiet noise, tapping out the answers to imaginary choices. The snare drum brushes against the wooden floor. Stream of consciousness drifting past the open door. One sentence lands, the next one floats away. This table holds the only thing I have to say today. Unanswered questions flow through the warm cafe air. Why do we build structures just to tear them down there? A sip of bitter brew, black gold on the tongue. The rhythm keeps shifting while the night is still young. No destination needed, just a stream in my head, writing out the living words that haven't been said. The loop fades down, low pass filter on the beat. Cursor keeps blinking, questions still sitting on the margin. Table 12, final draft, fade into the background noise. Ground clove perfume drifts from the brew station, settling soft on the collar of a thrifted coat. She opens a fresh grid line notebook, unplugs her phone, lets the quiet flow. The low upright bass plays through ceiling speakers, brush snare snapping in a 4/4 stride. Outside the window, rainy city traffic slips away while she finds a world to build inside. Her pen clicks once, precise and neat. The bassline rolls beneath the feet. Noise turns to rhythm, ambient and deep. Promises she intends to keep. She is locked in the center of the room, chasing the blueprint line by line. Steam on the glass, steady momentum, making the hours blur into design. While the city keeps running its restless race, she carves out a stillness in this quiet space. beside a half-eaten scone as blue ink traces a new horizon. She tunes out the clatter of ceramic plates, her eyes focus close as the tempo straightens. A stranger asks if the seat is taken. She nods with a polite half-absent smile, then drops right back to the glowing screen, lost in the rhythm for a little while. Her pen clicks once, precise and neat. The bass line rolls beneath the feet. Noise turns to rhythm and bending deep. Promises she intends to keep. She is locked in the center of the room, chasing the blueprint line by line. Steam on the glass, steady momentum, making the hours blur into design. While the city keeps running its restless race, she carves out a stillness in this quiet space. Nobody knows what she's drafting tonight. Just a quiet girl under tungsten light. The sax phrase loops, the keys decay. She wipes all the mental dust away. Focus is a sanctuary built from sound, where the lost momentum gets slowly found. She's locked in the center of the room, chasing the blueprint line by line. Steam on the glass, steady momentum, making the hours blur into design. While the city keeps running its restless race, she carves out a stillness in this quiet space. Temporistic caps her final order. She caps her pen close in the border. Ooh, grid page filled, the work is done. Stepping back out as the night moves on.